There are a ton of phones out there in the budget category fighting it out for the best specs, design, cameras and whatnot. But today we take a look at which one of these manufacturers actually care for the phones once they've actually sold those phones. Yep, this video is about Android updates in the budget segment. At least, mostly in the budget segment. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you're enjoying the new style of content that we are putting out, then do show your support by dropping us a like, subscribing if you haven't yet, and also ring that bell icon if you've already subscribed. That helps a lot. Of course, looking at all the phones that have been launched last year wouldn't really be feasible, so we decided to instead choose the most popular two devices from each manufacturer and see how they fared based on updates from the time of their release. For some companies though, we did have to kind of stretch the budget a little, but for the most part, we have concentrated on the sub 20k price range here. So let's start this list off with Samsung. They released the Galaxy J7 Duo in April last year, and while it has gotten the Android Pie as well as One UI update, it's taken nearly a year and 2 months for the official update to arrive. It came in July of 2019. They did slightly better with the J6 Infinity, released in May of last year. The J6 Infinity had its update come in April of this year, which means 11 months for the turnaround. Overall, 2 years, 1 month for two phones here. With Honor, we have two devices that we've taken into account. The Honor 7A released in May last year in India, and the Honor 9 Lite released even before that, January of 2018. Well, there is an Android Pie update in line for the Honor 9 Lite. There's nothing official yet for either phones. So that's a total fail. And next, we move on to Asus. They only released the Zenfone Max Pro M1 last year in the budget segment. From the release in May 2018 to the update in April 2019, it's taken them 11 months. So since there's only one phone in that segment, we decided to, take a look at the Asus Zenfone 5Z. It got released in June of 2018 and the update came in April this year. So overall for two phones, 1 year and 9 months. Not bad, at least comparatively. Let's take a look at Xiaomi next. They released two of their most popular phones, the Redmi Note 5 and the Note 5 Pro in February of 2018, and they got updated in May of 2019. So 2 years and 6 months totally, 1 year, 3 months per device. Not the best timings, but some might argue that with a custom skin as heavy as MIUI, new Android versions don't really mean much, but then that's up to you guys. So 2 years, 6 months here. So does having stock Android make it easier for manufacturers to update their devices? To answer that question, let's take a look at the Nokias, the ones that come under the Android One program. The 5.1 Plus as well as the lower price 3.1 Plus were both released in October last year, and they were updated in March and February 2019 respectively. Now that's a really fast turnaround time, 5 months for the 5.1 Plus and even lesser, 4 months for the 3.1 Plus, a budget phone. So total, just 9 months. Now after a very good showing by Nokia, it's time we take a look at Lenovo-Moto, my favorite. So, have they improved? Have they changed? The G6 Play, it released in June last year and the update appeared after 8 months in February this year. The Moto One Power though had a much quicker update timeline, releasing in September of 2018 and getting the update in just 2 months, November 2018. So that's a total of 10 months for Lenovo-Moto. And finally, we come to the offline specialists, OPPO and Vivo. The price range here, I've pushed it a little bit to about 20k since phones tend to cost more when it comes to the offline segment. So first, let's take a look at Oppo. The K1 was released in October last year. It made its way to India in February of this year. It hasn't received an update yet. The F9 was released in September last year, and while we do have a beta version of Android out now, the official Pie update hasn't rolled out yet, so that is again a total fail. Lastly, we move on to Vivo. They released the Y83 in May last year and they haven't updated it yet. Another one of their popular mid-ranges, the Vivo V11, that came in October last year and it did receive an update in May 2019. So that is 7 months, not bad. Now keep in mind the V11 was a 22k device at launch, so it isn't really comparing, say, a Redmi 5 or Redmi Note 5 with this. The price segment kind of changes there. But the total here is 7 months for one phone and one hasn't gotten an update yet. So who did best? Well, it was no surprise that Nokia with their Android One programming, they take the win. They've been really fast with updates for the last couple of years, even with budget phones like the 3.1 Plus. And it shows here, scraping the bottom of the barrel is Oppo and Honor, who haven't updated these devices at all. But two OEMs that really surprised me the most, Samsung and Lenovo-Moto. In the past, both have had bad reputations when it comes to updates, but they finally seem to be listening to our feedback, and they are updating their devices faster now. Now that's good news, because for us consumers, we always love competition, not just in the specs department, but most importantly in what the brands do after they've sold us the phones, after they've got our money. And it's kind of heartening to see Samsung and Lenovo-Moto at least improve this much. So now I want to know what you guys think. How did your favorite brand perform in this test? Do you think that this video would sway you in one way or the other while making your next smartphone choice, smartphone purchase? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And you know the rest. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you feel. And we've been trying new content like this, so if you like that, subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. And thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.